Hey, my name is Nayman Gill, 26-year-old youth activist, founder and owner of OGN Superb Services. OGN Superb Services is a landscaping and environmental service company. We provide landscaping, drainage cleaning, agricultural services, environmental cleanup, domestic services, pest control.
So when was the pivotal moment in you deciding to start a business?
Like OGN Superb Services started in the midst of the pandemic. It really started as a movement to employ the unemployed at that time. During the COVID-19, when it started out again, a lot of persons, were being laid off, and I've noticed an increase of unemployment within the community that I hail from. So I decided to see how I could help the youngsters, my peers within my community.
So what type of relationship do you have with your employees, and how do you schedule them for particular jobs?
With the type of work colleagues, I most call them work colleagues, I work with them, so even though I'm the owner of the business, I'm also an employee of the business. We do have a great relationship. As it relates to scheduling jobs or work, as the developing business, whenever clients do call, sometimes we don't get clients all the time, of course, with competition and whatnot. Whenever clients do call, I would tell the guys like at least 2 to 3 days before. So that means the client would give me at least a week, so like 4 days heads up when they would like to make an appointment or schedule an appointment. I get the guys ready. We come out fully in our gears, in our protective gears, and we get the work started. We have more of a brotherhood type of bond. Apart from working, we would hang out, talk to each other if we have problems or something bothering us. I'm the only one in the crew that is married, so I try to give some relationship advices, and just basically try to mentor to them.
So as it relates to this work, how do you calculate the cost of a particular job, or do you have like a standard?
Costs for the jobs are calculated based on the task to be executed. So the process is, when a client calls us for a particular task, we would come do an inspection, after which I would examine, see him, and then I would affix the price. The thing about affixing prices sometimes, with that, even though you do the inspections, unforeseen circumstances also is something I would try to explain to clients that may cause the price to vary, even though I might say, okay, this is one cost, and then let's say we started a work and some stuff began to be unraveled. It's something that we don't do standard pricing all the time based on the type of work to be executed.
As a young entrepreneur business person starting out, what were some of the challenges that you encountered?
Two of challenges. The main challenge, like I would say, like any other young entrepreneur peer that I have, and I think I know it was of course finance, but I would say that didn't stop me. Whatever money I had, I saved. And as I started to save, I started to turn it over. I started out, I got my first machine, after which I was able to reach out to other guys like I mentioned, so we started to work. I used to use my car actually as a means of transport before the company got struck. We have been progressing amidst of the challenges that we were faced with. Sometimes you go to a client who already sent a detailed quotation. When it's time to receive payment, I don't know if it's because I think that we got a bunch of young guys working. We could, try to railroad. Sometimes some clients, when they do, pay us, they would come up short, and then be like, oh, I thought this, and as that was like a couple months into the business, but we started to work around these challenges, and me and my team. And after working on the challenges, we've seen that we are making progress, and OGN will continue to make progress.
You just mentioned about starting out buying your first equipment, right? So, now starting this whole new profession in a sense, right? Were you nervous in handling the equipment, and what's the importance of carrying those equipment?
Well, nervousness was a big something indeed, that used to get to me. But what I did, I tried to reach out to experienced persons and a lot of machine operators, agriculturists, who are actually in this thing for a little while. So it would kind of make my work easier in a sense, as even though, like I said, why I call them work colleagues earlier, that the same way I teach them, I learn from them. Xavier Rodney, he is one of our operations personnel. He would have, shown me how to handle the machine, how to care for the machine. And as other employees come into the company, I would teach them what I would have learned from him. I had to store the machines properly. So I had to do storerooms for these equipment. As we bought more equipment, we had to get proper storing for them, secure storing, especially cleaning. Maintenance of the machine is key. Because of course, these are the stuff we use to garner revenue for the company. As much as the equipment is important, health safety also is important. I would advise the guys them and try to ensure that whenever we go on a job site, we have our proper gears, we have our vests on, our weather boots, gloves. I'm not wearing no gloves right now for the purpose of this interview, or a helmet and other protective equipment.
So when it comes to this business, right, I know a lot of persons might either choose between focusing on residential areas, commercial areas, right, and added to that, which services generate the most income for the business?
Let me explain. So with commercial, we have these established companies who would provide the same services that I do, and most persons would try to run with the established names. So with OGN now, we are now getting on that path and climbing the ladder. So we're now making a name for ourselves. So to say that we're going to just focus on commercial as opposed to residential, no, it's whoever make contact with us, we would execute the task for them. And as related to which service I would say would generate the most revenue would be the environmental service, because we have a lot of dumping going on. I see that most in some communities, hence we do a lot of community cleanups. We'll be contacted with community cleanups, or we will say residential cleanups.
Alright, so one of the most important things is acquiring customers, and like you just mentioned, you would base on whoever contact you guys, but what methods do you employ in acquiring customers?
Alright, so we would utilize social media to do our advertising. Heavily use this social media to bring in customers. Most persons are on social media. We have our Instagram page, Super.Cleaners. We have our Facebook page, OGN Superb. We have our email address, OGNSuperb@yahoo.com.
So what advice do you have for anyone that would like to start a business or now starting a business?
First thing I would tell them is congratulations on even entertaining the thought on starting out a business. And obstacles will be in your way, but never to give up. Continue pushing forward. Use the obstacles, use the trials, use the challenges as a means of motivation. So just a reminder, you can find us on Instagram at Super.Cleaners, on Facebook at OGN Superb. Our email address is OGNSuperb@yahoo.com. Contact will be made on 693-5799, 600-2624, 613-2824. OGN Superb. We handle the dirty work while you stay clean.
Subscribe. Peace!